Okay, we will start with some opening comments from Coach.
You know, I thought we got off to a really good start. They called timeout, kind of regrouped a little, did a good job of taking away the roll on our pick and roll in the latter stages of the middle to latter stages of the first half. Made some adjustments, you know, at halftime, and I thought, you know, offensively we did some really good things in the second half. I thought what we did struggle on offensively, we turned the ball over. You know, we had 10 turnovers in the first half that I thought where we were trying to force some things. That role has been really good to us this year. I think Eric Adams probably has 100 dunks this year because of that role, you know, with our guys who can shoot the ball and him rolling. But they did a good job taking that away, and I think we kind of forced it a little to him in the first half. In the second half, we shoot 17 for 30, but we didn't make threes, and it was kind of like we're trading two. You know, as the game went along, that second half is kind of we're trading a two for they're hitting a three, because they made 6 of them in the second half, and we just couldn't come up. We made a little run when we went to the press, but we couldn't come up with that one big play to get us back over the hump. You know, we got it to 2 several times, but never could get that play to get us over the hump, and you know, just kind of a frustrating ending to a frustrating year with the injuries and sicknesses and things like that. And I wanted for this group of seniors to be able to go out on a better note. I think they deserved it. I think they all gave this program an opportunity by coming here, when the realistic thing is, I think most of these guys committed to us when our high was 13 or 14 wins in like a 10-year period, you know. So they gave us an opportunity, took a chance on us, and last year, you know, I thought it paid off pretty well with us getting 20 wins and taking a step forward. And with the injuries and adversity we had this year, we just weren't able to. Our margin for error was a lot smaller, and we weren't able to overcome all that. But I really appreciate what this senior group has done, because I think we're going to be really good moving forward, and it started with this group. And unfortunately for them, they don't get to see the success as they walk out the door. But heck, we win the dang thing next year, I'll buy them a ring, because they were part of it.
Okay, we'll take questions.
How frustrating is it as a coach and even your players knowing you can't use all the tools that you have, all the talent that you have?
The realistic thing is that was this whole season. You went into it for 7 weeks preparing to be a certain team, you know. We planned on having Wyatt and CC and Alex Peters, and we even had other injuries that didn't take as much time, but Alex Thompson missed time, Josh Sharkey missed time. Heck, Dice, you played through a bunch. Cole played through a whole season. I mean, he came back. He got hurt during preseason. He came back. He had 2 practices before Arkansas. You know, he played a whole year playing 34 minutes a game on probably at 85% of what his leg will be next year. You know, it's just one of those things, and you prepare to be something, and when it gets cut out underneath you, we had that process of, all right, now we got to figure out what this team can do, and that hurt us in the non-conference, because you're trying to figure out what are your strengths and weaknesses now, how can we guard, and it's hard to. You know, I would say our struggle this year was attention to detail, but the realistic thing is we were kind of having to make things up on the fly all year. And I think the guys give the best effort they possibly could under the circumstances of having to change things sometimes game to game, day to day. I mean, we've came to games where we think a guy's playing, and you show up to shoot around and he's got back spasm, can't move, you know, and now you got to change the game plan for that game an hour before the game, you know. So it's been frustrating, and again, for these seniors, I think it helps them going forward in life, but understanding how much you got to fight through adversity, no matter what gets thrown your way in life, you got to keep fighting through. I think this will help them. It won't help them in their college career, but it'll help them going forward in life. For our team, the guys coming back, I hope we see what happened this year, and it drives us to do a little more, do a little more in the weight room, do a little more individual, do a little bit more of being, together, on and off the court, do a little bit more of talking on defense, do a little bit more of everything. This year, pushes us forward for this program to take the next step, to being at the top, being able to go up there and beat and compete and finish in the top half of that league, which we haven't done since we've been in the SoCon. Samford hasn't done. So it has been frustrating, but it's also been, I think, a great learning experience for both life and for the program and the players moving forward.
You can hear me. Demetrius, just your final year, knowing what the future holds for Samford, you knew that this team is very talented. It's going to be very talented next year. Mm-hmm. What do you say to your guys?
I say come in next year and put it all on the line from the beginning. This year we came out and put it all on the line, but we had injuries like Coach said, and we thought we were going to be a whole complete team, but we tried to put it all together. But like I would tell my guys, be a team from the beginning to the end until the last game. And I would tell them that it's going to end fast. My years went by fast from when I was at UMass and I came here and decided to commit to a great coaching staff. And I came here and played my 2 years here, and it went by just like that. I can remember being a freshman. And so I would tell my younger guys to come in and just fight like every day is their last game. Like we had a season-ending injury for Alex Peters. Any time that can happen. So you need to play like that's your last game every time you touch the court.
Just to review the fight of the team tonight. You guys never gave up, and I heard you on the court encouraging everybody. Just describing this team despite all the injuries and all the setbacks.
Even though we had injuries, we had a lot of guys step up. Like Eric Adams played a great season. TC played a great season. Dyson played great. So with the injuries, we had a lot of guys step up. We just didn't pull it through at the end. But moving forward to next year, it's going to make us grind a lot harder and remember the times that we lost. So I think it's pretty good for us moving forward.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you.